Breaking news. This just in. Chicken Little says the sky is not falling. Over to you, Carey, for more on this breaking development.
That's true, Charles. Our investigative reporting has uncovered the truth behind this story. Stay tuned for more.
Hey, Carey, it's good to sit down with you again. I wanted to ask you a few questions on the record about what's going on right now. There's what I would say, a lot of information out there that is being thrown around by people that are not in the industry. And what I'd like to do is just get it right from, the quote unquote horse's mouth as to what's actually going on from your side of the table.
Sure.
Okay. So I guess question number one, I think what is really important to ask first is, what do first-time homebuyers need to know about the market right now?
I think the biggest thing that first-time homebuyers need to know, and that's not being talked about, is that fixed rates have actually come down.
Oh, really?
Multiple times. And it's not being, we love to focus, the media loves to focus on the negative as opposed to what's working for positive and the positive sense of what's going on. I think that we've seen a reduction in home prices, and it's a really good time to get into the market. For us, what we're trying to do is we're not necessarily looking at a 5-year plan for some of our first-time home buyers, but maybe we're looking at a 2 or 3 year plan because we know that things are going to level off and increase and decrease over time. But we're seeing a stabilization in the market, and the buyers are in the driver's seat.
That's great. And to touch on that, what you and I were talking about off camera before we started filming, I think it's pertinent that we're getting a lot of information. People are asking, well, is there still going to be a further price reduction next month? When is it going to turn? Should we wait till the bottom?
Yep.
And the problem with waiting to the bottom is the only reason that matters is if you're going to buy a house today and then sell it tomorrow.
100%.
Which very few people are ever going to do.
I think the number one question is, do you want to get into the market? This is something that's been a long-term goal for you as a first-time home buyer? If the answer to that is yes, if you're in the driver's seat and have the ability to not be in that frenzy where we've got competitive offers and you felt like you're missing out on offer after offer after offer, and the prices, we talk about mortgage rates quite a bit because that's really like front and foremost within the media, but really fixed rates have come down. I know that clients focus on a variable. For us, we still feel a variable is competitive. We're seeing 3.90, 3.80 with some of our variable rate products. And we're looking at this as like, okay, what's our goal? Our goal is to help you get into a home. It's cheaper than paying rent. You need to invest in yourself, and we need to help support you get into home ownership. And really, you're in the driver's seat. It's an exciting time, I think, to be a first-time home buyer.
Absolutely. So question number 2 is, what should sellers who are selling for the first time know about the market and where they sit in it right now?
I think, again, it goes back to same thing with a first-time home buyer, right? Like, what is your long-term goal? Is your house not meeting your needs? You're going to be able to get a deal. You probably have some appreciated value in your property and some equity that you can use to meet your life goals. I think it's important to touch base back on what you were speaking about, Charlie, with like, most people aren't buying for a short term to buy and then sell quickly. Mm-hmm. So this is really about lifestyle. The majority of people's mortgages are portable, so they can bring it to the next property. We can do a blend and increase from one mortgage to the next one, so they're still getting a more competitive rate. I think it's also important for sellers to know that, and seller buyer, to know that it's important for them to be working with their mortgage agent first to find out whether their mortgage is portable, and then really to be working with their real estate professional to ensure that they're meeting either a very long closing or they're selling before they're purchasing.
Yeah, that's how we're guiding people right now, is to sell before they buy, so we know exactly what they're working with. We have a very firm understanding and grasp of that. And right now, people that have been looking at doing this for a while, the last 2 years were different than it is right now. There's a lot of inventory out there right now. So we're not finding it as difficult right now to find people the house that they actually really, really want to buy.
Yeah, they're in the driver's seat again, right?
Exactly.
So, absolutely.
So then question number 3 is, what do first-time home buyers who are self-employed need to know about the market right now?
First-time home buyers that are self-employed, it's an exciting time. So say you had 20% down. That's not every case with first-time home buyers, but self-employed people have diversified their business and done really well over the pandemic. for the most part, that we can use 6 months bank statements to help them qualify for a mortgage. And we can state an income. For first-time home buyers that have 10% down, we can also state an income because we recognize that self-employed people have income that they're writing a lot of things off, or maybe not everything is declared. There's some cash components to our businesses, but it helps them get into a home. So I had a first-time home buyer that we were able to state $180,000 for their income, and I can say that that's not what they claim on their tax return.
Right. And that's to be expected. As a realtor, I have a lot of similar things. I claim a lot of stuff. I'm claiming this, right, as a business expense. And it changes what the taxation system looks like for me, right? So it changes how things are viewed. So I get that.
There's creative programs, and that's actually one of the areas that our team really excels at.
Awesome.